Hello, I'm Melody. Welcome to Myanmar Today Review, and this is where we revisit the top stories for this week from Myanmar Today. Here are the reports from our reporters from this week. Dora Suizin will give us the report on challenges and missions for renewable energy development in ASEAN countries. Loom will give us the details on Eternal Ladies Art Show. Akajo got the report on multilingual e-library to solve children's book scarcity. Thane will be giving us a look at Yunnan's Life Journey program for 2019. Before we get to the reports, let's take a look at the featured local news from this week. President of the Republic of Korea, Moon Jae-in, and wife Kim Jong-suk arrived in Naypyidaw on Tuesday morning for a state visit at the invitation of President Woo In-myint and wife Do Cho-cho. The Korean delegation was welcomed with a guard of honor at the Naypyidaw International Airport by Union Ministers Dr. Pei Myen and Woo Jo-din, Naypyidaw Council Chairman Dr. Myo Aung, Myanmar Ambassador to Korea and Korean Ambassador to Myanmar, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and many other officials. Moon's visit to the Southeast Asian region is in accordance to South Korea's new Southern policy and to promote interactions and cooperation with each of the 10-member association of the ASEAN nations. Moon is on a week-long tour of the region, which already took him to Thailand. He'll also travel to Laos after his trip to Myanmar. Moon's state visit to Myanmar is the first by a South Korean president in 7 years. Well-wishers continue to make donations for flood rescue and rehabilitation of flood-affected areas. Road and Bridge BOT Entrepreneurs Association made a cash donation on Wednesday at the Presidential Palace in Naypyidaw. Chairman of National Disaster Management Committee, Vice President U Henry Ventiu attended the cash donation ceremony. The Vice President stressed that cooperation among the government, public entrepreneurs, and social organizations and their assistants are very helpful for disaster-affected people. He expressed words of thanks to the donors. Representatives of the association donated 45 million jets. The vice president received the donation and presented a certificate of honor. Let's move on to our last local news for today. Workshop on cyber wellness for the youth was held in Yangon on Monday. Organized by the Ministry of Information, this workshop is part of the project ASEAN-Japan Media and Information Literacy for the Youth, conducted by the Philippines under the ASEAN-Japan Integration Fund. Union Minister for Information Dr. Pei Myen attended the workshop and stressed raising awareness of cyber wellness issues among the youth of today. The workshop focused on digital culture and usage of internet in Myanmar, knowledge on media and the information literacy for the youth in digital age, cybercrime, cyberbullying, internet addiction, online gaming and prevention of online privacy, as well as digital society and digital security for the youth. The workshop concluded with media and information literacy talks on cyber wellness for the youth. And that's all with the local news. This is Myanmar Today Review, broadcasting from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm. You can also listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, make sure you catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. You can also download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices for your own convenience. And I believe it's time now for our first report. ASEAN countries are trying to reduce the greenhouse gas emission and to increase the sector of renewable energy. At the same time, the member countries are connecting each other and solving out the challenges to make the renewable energy developed in ASEAN countries.
In ASEAN countries, along with the growth of economy and increase in population, the energy consumption is getting higher. On the way of energy transition in ASEAN countries, they are struggling with challenges for the missions of renewable energy development. In Philippines, the energy productivity mainly depends on coal power and secondly on gas. The productivity of renewable energy is on the third level.
In 2008, we enacted the Renewable Energy Law which offered a wide range of incentives to spur the growth of our RE industry. It provided incentives through a feed-in tariff, green energy option, and prescriptive targets under renewable portfolio standards. So if we initiated now a major transition of our energy sector towards RE for a large-scale application, this will lead to significant economic benefits due to the decreasing costs of our technologies worldwide. We also pursue low-carbon development because we recognize the co-benefits and tremendous opportunity for economic growth. In our Philippine Development Plan, an estimated $4.12 billion is needed to carry out these mitigation strategies in the area of green and energy-efficient technology innovations, climate-smart infrastructure and design, and green urban transport systems.
In Singapore, the main challenge for the renewable energy development is the access of limited resources.
Space. Singapore has limited alternative energy options, primarily due to our limited land area, but also because we have low wind speeds and relatively flat land and a lack of geothermal resources. And so we have limited access to wind, hydro, biomass, geothermal, or nuclear
Therefore,
power.
they are focusing on solar power access by performing floating and offshore floating solar panels.
We have tried to spur demand for solar by the government taking the lead in aggregating demand. And so we rolled out this program called the Solar Nova program, whereby the government aggregates solar demand across government agencies and partners with private sector solar developers and research institutes to deploy solar panels on the rooftops of our public housing flats. We are also having to continuously innovate and test-bid new solutions to overcome our challenges. So in 2016, we launched a 1 megawatt peak floating test-bid at one of our reservoirs to study the economic and technical feasibility of floating solar PVs on reservoirs. Apart from overcoming our land constraints, these floating solar PV systems also have co-benefits in reducing the evaporative losses in our reservoirs. Beyond inland projects, we are also pushing the boundaries to look at offshore floating solar PVs.
Unlike Singapore, there is wide potential of resources for renewable energy in Thailand. However, the challenge is that the cost is high. Therefore, the authorities are trying to have innovative technologies for the low-cost production, which will not burden the general users. In Myanmar, the energy is generated based on the three main types: thermal sector, which includes coal, fire, and gas, hydropower, and renewable energy.
We are implementing the renewable energy regulations and our bylaws integrate the renewable energy sector. According to the Presidential Office Order, we are now implementing a platform. It is a national level committee, National Renewable Energy Committee, which is a best platform to do and to invest and to integrate the renewable energy sector.
ASEAN countries have been contributing towards each other about the performances for the development of renewable energy sector, which can lead to the beneficial economy as well as solution for the climate change. This is Dora Susi from MI Radio.
That's the report on challenges and missions for renewable energy development in ASEAN countries. Over the past 5 days, from 28 August to the 1st September of 2019, the art show called Eternal took place in Yangon. The show featured more than 40 artworks from different women artists coming from various backgrounds. So our reporter Lou went there and absorbed the whole atmosphere of the art show and interviewed one of the artists and visitors. Now let's take a look with Lou.
Art. It's a form of human behaviors in creating visual, auditory or performing artworks through the art, a person can express his or her imaginative conceptual ideas or technical skill, which is intended to be appreciated for their beauty, feeling, or emotional power. There are basically three forms of art, including painting, sculpture, and architecture. Nowadays in Myanmar, people are getting more familiar with the art gallery. So during their spare time, they are visiting to different galleries here in Yangon. Recently, the ladies' art show called Eternal took place at 43 Art Gallery from 28 August to 1st September 2019. Dodanago artist explain more about ladies' art show called Eternal.
Eternal art ladies show
This Eternal Ladies Art Show is together organized by 9 artists in total, including myself and my friends. This is the very first time that our friends have organized. The main reason that we came up with the Ladies Art Show is that in the beginning there were many participants, but later the participants who have something in common combined together in one group. Thus, the Ladies Art Show, named Eternal, has become.
Artist Dodanago further explained what could be found in the show.
In this Eternal Ladies Art Show, there are altogether 9 women artists. Each of them features 5 artworks, but some of them have 3. Some artworks are drawn by watercolor, some drawn by WC, and some are with acrylic color.
So among all of the pictures, you might want to find out the creative works of Dodanago.
What I create here are the pictures in acrylic color. 5 pictures of mine in total are displayed in the show. All of them are abstract form, drawn in acrylic technique, with my own idea and creativity.
When we draw pictures, it's all about creation and idea. So how did she get the idea of drawing abstract form of art? Now Dodanago elaborates more about her paintings in detail.
If I have to explain about my pictures, 2 of them are kinds of flowers. What I draw is mostly about the creativity, and each person's creativity differs, of course. By looking at the picture, one person will think one thing and the other will think differently. Moreover, some people would probably think that it is a fish while some suppose it's a flower. Individuals' perception differs from each other, so that's all about arts.
Gosheng, visitor as well as an artist living in downtown, said he really enjoyed his time during visit at Eternal Ladies Art Show. And he said what he liked most about the Eternal Ladies Art Show is the artwork done in the form of Myanmar culture.
I visit Eternal Lady Art Show because I myself am an artist, and I love visiting different kinds of art shows and galleries. The artists from this show are my senior, and some of them my teacher. So I came here to support them. During my visit here, I saw several kinds of art and painting, which I draw in many types, including water, acrylic, oils, and more. Among them, what I like most is the picture behind me. I think they're so wonderful and unique. As you see, they are related to Myanmar culture, which is what made the picture different from any other kinds of painting. That is why I love them very much.
That's
That's the report on Eternal Ladies Art Show. Moving on to third report, the free digital library for children's books offered in 23 local and national languages was launched on Tuesday, titled as the Let's Read Project. The Asia Foundation, Ministry of Information, and the Myanmar Library Association, Local's children book publisher Third Story Project came together to announce the launch at the Chatrium Hotel. Akajo has more.
Free digital library for children books offered in 23 local and national languages was launched on Tuesday. Titled as the Let's Read Project, the Asia Foundation, the Ministry of Information, and Myanmar Library Association, local children's book publisher Third Story Project came together to announce the launch. It is noted that there is high demand for reading materials in Myanmar, but only 4% of the nation's 53 million population have books in their homes. It is claimed that the initiative is a collaborative approach to overcoming children's book scarcity in Asia. For more on how this free digital library can be accessed, the Asia Foundation's Manager of Special Projects Unit, Domiki Jomian said,
The Let's Read project aims to not only bring more locally written and illustrated storybooks to children in Myanmar, but also to bring diverse networks of book creators and publishers together. The workshops and book labs for local writers, editors, and illustrators will be conducted to build capacity and enhance their skills.
There is high demand for reading materials in Myanmar, but only 4% of the nation's 53 million have books in their home. Storybooks have the power to provide each of these children with opportunities to thrive in their ever-evolving environment. The Asia Foundation's free digital library offers books in 23 languages, including Myanmar, Rakhine, Chin, and Kachin, with plans to add additional titles in languages as the project grows. Over the next 6 months, the Asia Foundation will continue to collaborate with Myanmar Library Association and other partners to introduce Let's Read to libraries across the country, host editor and writer workshops to help develop local book creators' capacity, and host 2 more translation events with local volunteers to adapt stories from the Let's Read library into local languages. For more on the effort to improve the child's literacy and reading in Myanmar, Dr. Tira Din, Deputy Director General of the Information and Public Relations Department, said,
In collaboration with the Ministry of Information, Ministry of Education, and the community and regional government, we have been organizing the Children's Literature Festival across the country. The festivals are organized with 3 objectives. The first objective is making the children happy. The Union Minister said, pairing fun moments with reading will instill positive connotations for the rest of their lives. The second objective is making children happy through literature, and the third objective is fostering the spirit of teamwork in children. The festival started in Naypyidaw since 2016, and now 9 editions across the states and regions have been held.
The Let's Read Myanmar collection includes brand new stories written and illustrated by book creators in Myanmar that celebrate diversity and inclusion. The collection also includes Girl Power in Myanmar, illustrated by local artists. With support from Myanmar Library Association and their volunteer networks, children can enjoy books created by Let's Read communities across Asia, translated in the Myanmar language. Experts also commented that Myanmar is one of the countries in Asia where children's books are scarce. Ko Tanzin So, educator as well as the children's book creator, gave his perspective.
We need to catch up with other countries when it comes to children's literature. We still need to catch up in publishing children's books, in terms of quality and quantity. The reason behind this slow progress is the parents. Parents are not that very aware of the benefit that investing in their children's book or buying them books. And this is the only means through which children can get the books. Some parents say, like, the children's book contain lots of pictures but with just a bit of text, and they cost 1,500 kyats for this. Well, the parents need to be aware that their kids love many pictures, illustrations with fewer words. Another thing is, even if they are aware of this, many parents cannot afford the children's books.
One can access the Let's Read digital library website of the Asia's Foundation and download the contents for educational purpose. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's the report on multilingual e-library to solve children's book scarcity. A Chinese medical team from Yunnan provided free cardiac surgeries to 200 patients in Myanmar under the Light Journey program. It was launched on 30th of August at Shui Biheng Eye Hospital in Yangon. It took place for 5 days until 3rd of September. The great aim is not only to bring back the light to the patients, but also to promote their social standards, and it can also strengthen Myanmar-Chinese Bao-Po friendship. Our reporter Bie Dane has more.
A Chinese medical team from Yunnan organized a program for Myanmar to provide free cataract surgeries to 200 patients. The Light Journey program was launched on August 30 at Shui Biheng Eye Hospital in Damway, Yangon. The program will be taking place for 5 days until 3rd September. Yunnan Provincial Health Commission, together with medical experts from Kunming University of Medicine too, will conduct surgery under the program. The Light Journey program has been established jointly by Yunnan Provincial People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries and Widaka Foundation in Myanmar since 2016. And this is the 4th year to conduct surgery for cataract patients, which has been hosted at Yangon Eye Hospital and Shui Biheng Hospital. Speaking of the Light Journey Program 2019, Chinese Consular to Myanmar, Mr. Yang Xiaozhang, said,
"It has been very long since China has been establishing cooperation with social organizations here in Myanmar. During these years, China's medical teams and charity associations could conduct 30 programs. Meanwhile, we could bring back the light to 6,000 patients in need. The great purpose of the Light Journey program is not only to bring back the light for the patients, but also strengthen our bilateral Bao-Po friendship. During this program, Yunnan medical team also donated 9 million kyats and medical equipment to Shui Biheng Hospital. Also, they donated the required medications for 200 patients.
The team will also offer 15 medical equipment used in cataract operations, which is worth about 7.24 million kyats, according to Ms. Jin Jing from Yunnan Foundation for Friendship with Foreign Countries during the launching ceremony.
We believe our team, together with Hospital, could bring the light back to cataract patients, and we hope our program can help relieve their suffering. Above all, they will be free from suffering hardships. Our foundation wants to collaborate friendly with any civilian associations or individuals from Myanmar, especially for social charity programs.
Shui Biheng Eye Hospital was established in 2011. Since then, we have been conducting surgeries once or twice in a month for the patient who suffer from eye disease. Yunnan medical team is helping us with eye surgeries once in a year, with free surgeries for 200 patients. Kunming medical team also come here like once in a year. Yunnan team has been here for 4 years. In our monastery, we give eye surgeries to about 1,600 patients in a year.
Yunnan Friendship Foundation also sends their medical team to Mandalay, Nyingma, Daoji, Sagaing region for 10 times. Under the Light Journey program, they have successfully accomplished surgeries to 2,419 patients so far. Here we have also asked one of the patients. He said,
I have gradually lost my eyesight. That's why I come here for surgery. If I could regain my eyesight, I could walk again without help. I'm very glad to see such charity association for free treatment.
The launching ceremony of Light Journey program was attended by Yunnan Medical Team, Chairman of Tinagu Eyes Hospital, Professor Dr. Mya Ao, Sayadaw Ashin Kematiri Lekara from Tinagu Shuibihain Eye Hospital, Chinese Consular to Myanmar, Mr. Yang Xiaojiang, and other guests.
That's the report on Yunnan's Light Journey program for 2019. This is Myanmar Today Review broadcasting from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm. You can also listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, make sure you catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. You can also download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices for your own convenience. Now let's head to international news. Let's take a look at what's happening in Hong Kong.
I now present 4 actions to initiate this dialogue. First, the government will formally withdraw the bill in order to fully allay public concerns. The Secretary for Security will move a motion according to the rules of procedure when the Legislative Council resumes. Second, we will fully support the work of the IPCC. In addition to the overseas experts, I have appointed 2 new members to the IPCC, namely Mrs. Helen Yu and Senior Counsel Mr. Paul Lam. I pledge that the government will seriously follow up the recommendations made in the IPCC's report. Third, from this month, I and my principal officials will reach out to the community to start a direct dialogue. People from all walks of life, with different stances and backgrounds, are invited to share their views and air their grievances. We must find ways to address the discontent in society and to look for solutions. Fourth, I will invite community leaders, professionals, and academics to independently examine and review society's deep-seated problems and to advise the government on finding solutions. After more than 2 months of social unrest, it is obvious to many that this contentment extends far beyond the bill. It covers political, economic, and social issues, including the oft-mentioned problems relating to housing and land supply, income distribution, social justice and mobility, and opportunities for our young people, as well as how the public could be fully engaged in government's decision-making. We can discuss all these issues in our new dialogue platform.
That's all with the news and reports on Myanmar Today Review. Catch Myanmar Today on MITV every Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. And make sure you tune in every Saturday on MITV at 8:30 p.m. for Myanmar Today Review. Until next time.